The following opinions are solely those of BoatTEST.com and its test captain. Hi, Captain Steve for BoatTEST.com, and this is the Sweetwater 2286. It's part of their coastal series. This particular one happens to be powered by Evinrude's E-TEC 90 Pontoon series. I want to see how that engine performs, and I'll give the boat a full test and features walkthrough. In my opinion, this all-new Pontoon series engine is the most unique feature on this boat, so let's start with looking at how it performed. To begin, we have to first look at the bottom where she has a pair of 25-inch tubes. Both are fitted with spray rails at the nose and are all secured to cross members above with M-brackets. Towards the stern is an engine pod that adds to her buoyancy and keeps her accelerating from a level attitude. Now, underway. This Sweetwater 2286 Coastal Series has a length overall of 22 feet 3 inches and a beam of 8 feet 6 inches. With full fuel, 2 people, and the 320-pound 90 Pontoon Series engine, we had an estimated test weight of 2,787 pounds. With this engine turning a 13 7/8 by 13 prop, we reached a top speed of 22.3 miles per hour at 5,800 RPM. At that speed, we were burning just 7.3 gallons of fuel, which gave us a range of 58 miles with this boat's 21-gallon tank. Best cruise came in at 4,000 RPM and 13.3 miles per hour. That reduced the fuel burn to a mere 3.6 gallons per hour, giving us an endurance of 5 hours and 18 minutes and a range of 71 miles while still holding back a 10% reserve. I've tested a lot of pontoon boats and I'm always aware of the engine because the pontoon boat hull simply just resonates it throughout the boat. But I was more aware of this engine due to its smoothness. Not so much its quietness. I didn't notice a noise reduction, but I did notice that it gave a much smoother ride. This external oil tank allows you to fill the oil remotely, and the engine will draw from this oil tank to the internal tank on the engine. Why is that important? Well, because a lot of pontoon boats are set up so that you can't even get to the engine, so it's going to be very difficult to get to that oil underneath the shroud. Now, the Pontoon series also has a capacity for improved thrust, and I did notice that. I had good hole shots, acceleration was crisp, and also when backing down, I got good thrust in reverse as well. Acceleration was respectable, and while there's no real time to plane on a pontoon boat, we did accelerate through 20 miles per hour in only 7.2 seconds. As far as handling goes, we were getting speeds in the low to mid-20s, very typical of a pontoon boat. Bit of a wet ride. We were in a little light chop, so I was taking some spray over the side. It's the turning radius that was pretty large, larger than I was used to, and of course, like any other pontoon boat, giving it a boost of speed will not kick the stern around, so remember that when you're coming into the dock. In turns, she remains level throughout, typical of a twin-tube design. Now, as we take a look at the features, what I think is the most unique, look at the headroom, 7 feet underneath this bimini top. L-shaped seating over to the port side wraps around a plastic pedestal table. There's storage underneath the seats, and under this aft seat is a live well. There's additional storage access under the ends of these 2 seats. Forward, we have the usual arrangement of opposing couches. Both have storage underneath, and notice the stainless speaker grills and the custom embroidery. 3 boarding gates, the aft one 18 inches wide, port hand midships 23 inches wide, and up at the bow, wheelchair accessible at 32 inches wide. Boarding's easy from the foredeck. It comes out 18 inches from the fence. The gates are secure in the closed position, but when they're open, nothing holds them from swinging. Stern deck is a little more narrow, but that gives us more room inside the cockpit, especially for this sun pad, which has storage underneath. This is also where the batteries and that remote oil tank is. Now, the aft gate, this does have something to hold it into the open position. Leads to a 5-step reboarding ladder. So all in all, the team at Sweetwater did a good job of making a comfortable pontoon boat that's easy to handle. And the Evinrude E-TEC 90 Pontoon Series makes it a comfortable riding boat as well. And that's my test and tour of the Sweetwater Coastal Edition 2286. For BoatTEST.com, I'm Captain Steve. We'll see you on the water.